Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Nishi'S Notions only on N6. This is Nishi Khan, and today in my podcast, I have usually only one guest in my podcast, but today in my podcast there are two guests और उन दोनों गेस्ट का ताल्लुक है फैशन इंडस्ट्री से फैशन इंडस्ट्री की जब बात करते हैं सो आई थिंक that person is specifically in this business for the last 2 decades, maybe more than that, if I'm not wrong. Let's talk with him, and then हम फिर figure out करते हैं कि कितने साल हो गए fashion industry में उनको. Let me first of all explain about him. Let me give you introduction about him. He is the founder and executive director of Absolute Culture Communications, and IFFC is a multi-talented and multifaceted entrepreneur whose accomplishments include the creation and launch of the very first fashion and lifestyle of the very first lifestyle channel of South Asia, Style 360, in association with Hum TV Network of Pakistan. Also, production of groundbreaking events such as Bridal Couture Week, Pakistan International Fashion Festival, Canada, in Europe and Pakistan. So he has done a lot of fashions regarding bride and groom show in India, in Dubai, and of course Dubai Fashion Week. So one and only the fashion geek, Mr. Umar Kamar. I welcome him in my podcast. Hi Umar, how are you?
Hello, Nishi. Thank you very much for having us. Thanks a lot.
I'm really excited to have you today in my podcast. So होता ही है कि जब फैशन की बात आती है तो सारी की सारी ना सिर्फ आजकल औरतें बल्कि मर्दों के भी कान खड़े हो जाते हैं. ओके फाइन, व्हाट इज़ नाउ न्यू इन फैशन टुडे. सो कैसे, मतलब चलिए फैशन का तो ये बात कर लेंगे, लेकिन मुझे आप बताएं अबाउट होल योर जर्नी, हाउ इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम Pakistan, and then you came to Canada or Europe or England. Just a little bit of your introduction, and then we'll move forward to another guest.
Sure. Basically, I started off back, in 2000, early 2000s, and I started off my career as a model and actor. Started off producing fashion content. तो ऐसे ही इसको करते करते फिर it became a huge success, and then we launched a lifestyle and fashion channel called Style Dunia, which became eventually Style 360 in collaboration with Hum TV. That's how we started these lifestyle and fashion events, such as you mentioned, Bridal Couture Week or Fashion Pakistan Week. So usually we used to provide them productions initially, and then we started अपने events करना शुरू कर दिए. That's how it started. And then when I permanently moved to Canada in 2011, then we launched this event, International Fashion Festival Canada, which was the extension of International Fashion Festival Pakistan, which we did back in 2004 and 5. So that's a little summary. ये चीज़ें जो हैं हम करते आ रहे हैं, और अब ये इस साल भी हम जो हमारा एनुअल इवेंट है, which is called International Fashion Festival Canada, that's happening on October 14th. 12वां साल है, तो we are trying to improve it, and every time we bring in a lot of international delegations and people to show their skills and talents.
Thank you so much. That was brilliant. Honestly, इस पे भी बात करते हैं, but let me introduce another guest who is really, really important, I believe, so in your life and in my program as well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So I'm going to introduce my second guest, and she's amazing. She's, I think, very beautiful personality here in my studio right now. So she's in the business for the last 20 years in fashion industry, starting very young as a model, and moving on international scale. She worked with brands like Alberta Ferrati, Gianfranco, and etc. etc. So the clothes making runs in the family business kind of a stuff, and then with such exposure, next step, she did her education from Institute of Marangoni, London School of the Fashion, and then by the end of the studies, she was selected on competition basis to represent the school with graduate collection on Milan Fashion Week calendar. And later on traveling to Dominican Republic Fashion Week. So she got her master's degree from Domus Academy in Milan and winning a Vogue scholarship. That's a big wow. So afterwards came back to London to take on a bigger challenge of herself. And we will talk about her career, her journey regarding the fashion. So I welcome Miss Alexandra in my podcast. Hello, how are you? And welcome in my podcast, Nishi'S Notions.
Thank you so much for having me. And meeting you is a pleasure. It's such a bright personality yourself.
Thank you so much. Same. I mean, I was going to say you, I mean, what a vibrant personality you are, honestly speaking. I mean, you look like few models, you know, they are really photogenic in terms of like, they look beautiful on screen, but you look beautiful in real as well.
Oh, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, very kind of you.
And one more thing, I would like to introduce her as that she is the better half of Mr. QAMAR as well.
Yes.
So इससे आपकी choice का अंदाजा होता है you have a great taste.
Chale,
that
thank
means.
you.
So
Thank you for complimenting me.
So okay, let's talk about your career, your why you choose the fashion industry specifically in a very young age.
At some point, you know, it never been my mission. I was actually playing basketball at that time.
Seriously?
I was about 12, and you know, I've been a huge tomboy. Say, I was knees scratched, hands scratched, everything. And I remember my mother went completely unhappy and upset about it. She's like, you know, I give birth to a girl, please. Let's teach you how to be a girl. So at that time, yeah, she sent me to a modeling school in terms, you know, to improve a little bit things like, you know, doing makeup. She sent me to a modeling school in order to improve a couple of things. And I started off as a new face of Latvia, basically. Just picked up at some point. I was doing some work in Latvia, and then I remember it was so awkward. I was going after basketball training, and I had 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers in my hands, actually eating one, and the scouter stops me. He's like, oh, don't you want to be a model on international level? And this and this, etc. And I was holding the burger behind my back. And yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm jumping on top in this casting. Yeah, sure. So that's how my journey actually began by working. So I did couple like Riga Fashion Week fashion shows. So I picked up in Latvia, then went on international scale. Yes, I worked most of the time in Milan. Yeah, so with the brands, as you said, Alberto Ferretti, I spent working with us a house for about 6 months, and actually that's exactly where my passion for making clothes has started.
And then
about making clothes, because
that journey started at that time.
Because I've seen the atelier like that, haute couture atelier. So they put these sheer dresses that they do on Milan Fashion Week fashion show. They called me down on the atelier, and they were putting this directly on my figure by hand. And I've seen all of these atelier with the white cloth and like everybody being so straight up, and Signora Alberta working the magic, and it's just inspired me to continue the journey. And actually that's how it started with Istituto Marangoni as well, because it's first fashion Italian university at some point. So by the end of my bachelor degree with them, it was 80 years anniversary. So that's why we've been selected on competition basis into introducing school on a bigger scale like Milan Fashion Week calendar. So it was annual show, which doesn't happen every day or every graduation. But still, yes, that was a huge honor. And then we also represented with the same show in Dominican Republic, which was a journey and a half.
Yeah, it's been said that the fashion starts from Italy, especially if you talk about it. And what I remember when I went to Milano and Italy, so it was like, oh my God, while going to the streets in Paris. So it seems like everyone is like, oh my God, everyone is model.
Dressed up.
Yeah, dressed up model.
Very
I
nicely
mean, they take care of their outfit. I think they take it very
serious.
seriously.
And that's true.
Exactly.
They take it very seriously, and well, it has become the culture also. I mean, looking good is in their culture.
Oh, wow.
So whenever you see an Italian or some French people,
Hmm.
they
They are
they look
always like that.
different. Yeah,
Okay,
better.
so how did you start? This year you are going to start another venture, and which is your own brand. You are launching your own brand. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been working for other people, learning, I mean, in different positions, in different brand, from ready to wear into couture. So I know different approaches and ways of working. And I've been more, I stepped back since we recently had a baby. So I had to step down a little bit and slow down in my life. So I've done only
Congratulations.
thank you
Okay.
so much. So yeah, I went in more like event organizing part. So I've been assisting OMAR
Perfect.
for the show. But this year, these man gave me the courage and
I mean,
magical push.
we
Let's say
were. I
so.
mean, she has studied there, and she has studied for 8 9 years in fashion and history of fashion and art. So I
So I
was
think now
pushing
is
her.
the
Why
time.
not? I mean, this is the
Yeah.
time your husband does. He's the producer of fashion shows, and
Yeah.
how strange that you are not being a part of any of them. So that's
Exactly.
how we
You
I actually
pushed her,
pushed
and
her.
then yeah.
Yeah, in spring I started pushing her
Right.
and tried to make sure that she does it. She
ठीक.
was reluctant, but I
Oh,
tried.
creatives are like that. You really need to pursue us.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think you're launching your own brand in this IFFC, which is going to be happening on October
October
14th.
14th.
Let's talk about IFCC first, and
Yeah,
then
Mhm.
I'll jump onto your collection.
sure.
So अभी जो होने जा रहा है IFFC, आप कितने सालों से करवा रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
IFFC जो है वो बेसिकली पिछले 12 साल से हो रहा है. It's our 12th year.
Mhm.
We did our first show in November 2011.
Right.
That's when I actually moved permanently to Canada. Uh, उसके बाद से हमने basically इसका format ऐसा ही है कि we try to keep the diversity, bring in different countries to be part of the show,
Mhm.
whether they are the designers or brands or the artists or celebrities. तो इस साल भी हमने वही किया है. So we have Alexandra beside her. We have Mol Bosch, who is uh, who is a Uzbek designer,
Wow.
but she is mainstream designer. She's based in, again, right now currently she's in Latvia, and that's why we saw her show in Riga Fashion Week, and then we picked her up. She did Paris Fashion Week. Then she did. She's a very senior and very good designer.
Mhm.
And then we have Nomi Ansari from Pakistan.
Oh, he was last year.
He was last year also. Then,
Right.
but now this year he's showing his Western collection and more funky and more different.
I think this
So
is pretty much better than. I mean, people wanted to see the Western collection as well as compared to all the Eastern
all the
collection.
Eastern
I
collection,
think
and
so.
then
Yeah.
you see in this event a few things we have improved this year, or we have worked on few things that we kept. You see, it's a 2 day event. Last year we did 1 day event. This year we have
Right.
specially what we have done. We have kept the exhibition, which is a lifestyle and corporate exhibition. We have different corporate brands or different corporate entities, businesses. While we have lifestyle industry also, we have other designers coming from India and Pakistan
Mm-hmm.
who are going to exhibit their collection on the day of exhibition, but they are not being a part of the main fashion gala.
Got
The
it.
only
Okay.
reason is that it's a sit down um, corporate formal business networking event, and then we kept very small but quality designers in it. So
Mhm.
we don't drag the show. We didn't add any म्यूज़िक उसमें जो है म्यूज़िकल इवनिंग है
Hmm.
बट वो बहुत ज़्यादा लाइव सिंगिंग नहीं है वी हैव परफॉर्मेंसेज वी हैव वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड 5 टॉप ऑफ द लाइन डिज़ाइनर्स और ब्रांड.
So you have performances like in terms of dances या क्या?
जी हमारे पास
अच्छा.
परफॉर्मेंसेज हैं
इसके
कुछ
अलावा
कुछ सरप्राइज
Okay.
कुछ
You don't want
सरप्राइजिंग
to disclose.
एलिमेंट्स भी हैं.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah.
हमने what we are doing, because me being producer, I look at the show not just as a fashion show. I try to create some entertainment value to it as well, and there's a reason behind it, because we uh, this year for next 3 years Hum TV, which is obviously Pakistani very prominent channel,
Mhm.
they have taken the nomenclature of this show, which is the titleship of the show. So it's called Hum IFFC this year, and from
Wow.
next 3 years, it will be called, if everything goes well, probably beyond 3 years.
Very nice.
So that's what the brand is called, Hum IFFC, and um, we wanted to create some entertainment value for the brands and partners, associates who are coming in from international market, to give them something on the broadcast as well. So it's a bit commercial show, which is the need of the market, but at the same time we have a high end
Bringing the
art
quality,
and yeah, yeah,
quality
yeah.
show. Yeah. So, would you mind to let us know about which fashion designer is specifically coming from India?
Mayur Girotra.
Okay.
He was here last time as well, but not this
Right.
year. He is doing the grand finale with bringing in Bollywood celebrity Richa Chadda. She's a senior but very good celebrity from India. She's arriving and as a showstopper. Then he is bringing two top Bollywood-based influencers as his showstoppers as well. So this year we have
Who's
about
coming from
10 to
Bollywood?
12 international models coming in from New
Wow.
York, from Europe, from India, from Dubai. So we have a very extensive, very expensive lineup this year. My heart
Right.
bleeds sometime, but you have to, when you have to set a bar, you have to do a lot of things which,
Yeah.
but
I
this
hear
year,
you.
yeah, you can definitely understand that.
Yeah,
So this
exactly.
this year we have put in so much efforts and so much, we are trying to do something. Yes, it is in the city of Brampton, but city of Brampton is our partner.
Right.
We are doing media briefing even in the city hall. Mayor is hosting it,
Oh,
and
wow. That's
that
nice.
gives us a lot of support and तो ये चीज़ें कुछ हैं जो इस साल हम लोग improve करके
Right.
we have come back. So we are looking forward.
We have come back with a bang.
Yeah,
So,
we're trying. You see, you won't see a lot
yeah.
of things which you might see directly in the show. कि यार ये तो हमें पता ही नहीं था होने जा रहा है. So that's
Right.
some surprise element. Like I just told you, Richa Chadda, we haven't advertised her
Right.
as yet.
ठीक.
So
So,
इस
are you
साल,
accepting at the moment some local brands as well?
yeah, we are.
अच्छा.
Not for the fashion show.
ठीक है.
Oh, I had a lot of inquiries and a lot of interest to be in the main
the
show, but
fashion, अच्छा.
you see what I did. I logged it 3 months ago. That
Got
these
it.
5 designers and that's it. One Canadian brand
Right.
and 4 international designers who have come outside of the country,
Right.
and that's it. Otherwise, वो आप quality lose कर जाते हैं, आप back to back चीज़ें करते हैं,
Absolutely.
वो gaps आते हैं, बहुत से people want to have a good time,
So, if some local designers they wanted to
be a part of it.
part of it the next day.
तो next day में हमने क्या
Exhibition,
किया है,
yeah,
वो
हाँ जी.
exhibition भी है, then but we are keeping the smaller ramp
Oh,
on that
wow.
day as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the people who are visiting there
and
would
it's
देख सकते हैं
the
सब
second day is
चीज़ें.
actually
Full of fun.
free to general public.
Wow.
There are no tickets for that. So as many as
Would be
people
there the same venue?
same venue.
ठीक
The
है.
next day, same venue. Actually, just the ramp is a little smaller and in a different shape. But we are showing about 6-7 designers
Oh my
the
God,
other day
you're putting
also.
another effort
Yeah.
the second day. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not an
It's
easy
more of a
task.
fashion presentation. It's not. You see,
Yeah.
Nishi, we have to work for
I mean,
an
I've
entire
never
year.
seen an exhibition. I mean, at this level, I mean, जो मेले वगैरह होते हैं उसमें तो हो ही रहा होता है. But at this point, at this
बहुत मुश्किल
level,
है.
so difficult.
देखिए वो होता ही, और फिर साथ में जो नखरे हैं ना, ये फैशन इंडस्ट्री पीपल आर वेरी हाई मेंटेनेंस, सो वी टू पुट देम टुगेदर अंडर वन रूफ in one day, the same day,
And then
is
second day.
is the even my wife wouldn't give me any lift if
Seriously?
so I had to book her 5 months before the show that you are coming.
You have to book your wife 5 months ago. Wow.
So imagine you know me or ये Mayur and Mole was very good. But ये सब लोगों को इकट्ठा करना, and then they have their assistants, then celebrity coming in, and then we have exhibitors coming in. You see leather products, textiles, and real estate development companies. They're all coming from different countries. So we
Right.
are going to have about 50 member of from different industry. They are coming and
They're joining.
participating.
Oh
They're
wow.
joining, yeah.
Okay, so globally जो आपके sponsors हैं, supporters हैं,
सब आ रहे हैं.
वो globally हैं और वो सब participate
You see, that's the
करेंगे
problem.
basically.
आपने मुझसे पूछा नहीं है सवाल, लेकिन मुझे खुद ये आया कि मैं आपसे शेयर ज़रूर करूं कि
जी.
यहाँ पे कनाडा में फैशन शो को करना और इस लेवल
very
पे करना
challenging.
बहुत चैलेंजिंग है.
हाँ,
आप
I
मेन
know
शो पे
that.
करने चले जाएं
जी,
तो आप
जी.
अगर किसी से बोलेंगे कि मुझे 10,000 दे दो और तुम मेन टाइटल पे भी आ जाओ, तो वो 50 बार सोचेगा कि यार ये क्या अपने आप को क्या समझ रहा है. तो बट डूइंग,
I know
I mean,
this
it's
market,
very,
and it's a
you,
very challenging
it's
market,
boarding,
and
lodging, logistics, getting. So we were lucky because since I have a background from television, and advertising agencies are very close to me, and this is what I do, I actually pick my sponsors from international market.
I got it.
So that's how I run this show.
I
Otherwise,
think this
it
is the
could have been
smart
very,
move.
yeah. We're trying. We're
Yeah.
trying. Yeah.
No, that's best of luck to you, and I'm 100% or 200% sure that you will rock.
Thank you.
So, all right, coming back to your designer collection you're going to do this year. So let's talk about that. And first of all, let me know the name of your collection, which is really interesting.
I'm not going to reveal it just about now, but I can talk
Right.
a bit deeper about the inspiration because basically my let's say strong side it's the story behind, right? Because in the background, as I already told you, recently we had a baby, so it's about healing and coming back together. So if you know, there is the story of Chinese porcelain traveling in Europe, and then these blue and white special drawings on the dishes.
Oh, wow.
So basically, I'm taking the inspiration from that homey feeling. But what is interesting, there is a Japanese technique of mending broken dishes, plates, or cups with gold. You
Ah.
put these pieces together,
together,
and
yeah.
on the seams where it's glued, they put
Gold.
gold. So
To
that
put it
adds
together.
more value. So after being broken, actually, the cup is adding in value.
Yeah.
And it's mending together. So my collection is inspired by this process, kind of picking yourself, your energy, your life, your mind, everything together, and coming off with these better version of yourself.
wow.
I mean, it's not easy, but
It's
then
mind-blowing,
it's
honestly.
there, and this is, I mean, each of us women, we go through that, and I think fashion is a great platform to talk about it and to put it in the way. Yeah, it takes time, but then the value rises.
Yeah. I think this is a mind-blowing inspiration. This is excellent idea. We'll talk about more about it, and then we have to go for a short break. We'll be right back. This is Nishi Khan. I was speaking to a beautiful lady sitting right beside me, and we were talking about your collection, which you're going to highlight on this coming October 14 in IFFC. So let's talk about more about your inspiration. I mean, the name you put for your collection. I mean, just talk about that.
I am thinking of coming up with a particular name, but I'm still putting my, my tongue in it. It's something like it's not catching yet, but it's about healing, basically healing together pieces of you that here and there, right, and adding the value to the whole composition. And to my mind, this was also in my research work. So fashion has to come together with the body. We are so used, also probably because you are into medicine and you had a degree, so Descartes has kind of shifted the perspective in ways the body is an object, it's one thing, and then spiritual and mind is completely different. So these two
Absolutely.
things are not related.
Absolutely.
Whereas my studies, the project that I've been doing in academic world, I was studying fashion for a perspective that body is a process. Right? And everything what comes on the process is actually directing it. And my approach to clothes is a bit more tangible. So I'm coming from the body, from the movement, and these perspectives. So this year inspiration is kind of continuously taking from that topic. So going through some metamorphosis of drastic changes. So mothers would understand me, right? Drastic changes that affect and the mind and the body. This is about how you're mending yourself like a cup with a gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, I mean, all of these, let's say, scars on the body, everything. It's we appreciate it as a flaw, but no, it's that gold that mends us together, and it's adding more value and beauty to it. And I think these things, they just have to be spoken a bit more, but not in a, these manner of taking it too seriously or too highlighted. No, it's beautiful. It's there. We've been broken. We're back together, and that's the beauty of it.
Honestly, hats off, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I mean, mind-blowing thoughts, and I would love to see you on the ramp on October 14th.
And I'm also very looking
Like a
forward
shining
to
star,
show
you
it.
know?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so coming back, Umar, आपकी तरफ आते हैं. So, what is your next plan? अभी October 14th तो हो जाएगा.
जी.
अच्छा, next plan से पहले मैं I would like you to tell our viewers कि अगर कोई अभी भी आपके पास room है regarding October 15th, the next day, जो एग्जीबिशन में पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहते हैं लोकल ब्रांड्स, तो उनका क्या प्रोसेस है?
देखिए, वी आर कीपिंग इट, ये अब जगह तो है, जगह से है कि वी आर स्टिल वेलकमिंग द फैशन रिलेटेड इंडस्ट्री और ब्यूटी से रिलेटेड लोगों को. ये है कि जैसे बहुत लिमिटेड स्पेस है. वी हैव ऑलरेडी 25-30 पीपल ऑलरेडी कंफर्म्ड जो अपनी प्रेजेंस है उनकी वहाँ पे.
That means 25 to 30 local brands आपके पास
नॉन
हैं?
लोकल, इंटरनेशनल एंड लोकल.
ओके फाइन,
जी.
ठीक है.
और उस-
एग्जीबिशन में, यानी कि
एग्जीबिशन में.
राइट
और ये एग्जीबिशन जो है ना, ये ना तो मेला है ना एग्जैक्टली एक्सपो है.
राइट.
तो ये इन द मिडल राइट बड़ी कूल सी है. आप मिंगल कर रहे हैं, नेटवर्किंग कर रहे हैं, आपका लाउंज है, बैठे हैं गपशप, किसी के साथ आपने मिलना है, कोई बात करनी है, वो सब कुछ है. खाना पीना भी चल रहा है लोगों का, बीच में परफॉर्मेंसेस
अच्छा,
भी.
खाने पीने के भी स्टॉल्स हैं?
जी, वहाँ पे मतलब नॉट
too
स्टॉल्स
much,
उस तरह से
but
नहीं है, बट
yeah.
2-3 जो हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स हैं, दे विल बी सैम्पलिंग देयर फूड और ड्रिंक्स
Okay,
और इस तरह
right.
की चीज़ें जो चल रही होंगी. तो
That's
इट्स
nice.
वेरी वेरी लाइट एग्जीबिशन कि वहाँ पे आपको फन भी है, वहाँ पे आपको चीज़ें भी मिलेंगी. सो और वो है फ्री टू पब्लिक है. तो हमने
Right.
क्या किया कि इवन ब्राइट पे यू जस्ट ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज गो ऑन इवन ब्राइट, register yourself, and you don't have to buy any other ticket or anything. It's free for public.
ठीक है. तो अगर ओके, सो October 14 का क्या टिकट्स हैं?
October 14th is an expensive gala. Right now we have 10% discount till the 8th on Eventbrite. People
ठीक
can go, and single ticket is for 250, but after discount it becomes
10%.
10%. Yeah.
राइट, ठीक है.
But उसकी वजह यही है कि this is not a regular show. Basically तो इसमें it's extremely high end. इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि starting from the show or dinner और जो भी चीज़ें हैं, and then you are meeting actually a lot of business people. तो ये ऐसी है, आप किसी इवेंट पे जाते हैं, जब अपने बिजनेस के लिए प्रमोशन के लिए जाते हैं, तो लोगों को ये सोचना चाहिए कि दे विल गो and promote their businesses there or get the information or insight from other people.
Right, and they're gonna get it on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com पे.
ठीक है.
जी.
For October 14, और जो October 14 को नहीं जा सका, उसे डिप्रेस होने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है.
15th is all
परेशान
free.
होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है.
Yeah.
October 15 इज़ ऑल फ्री, और आप वहाँ पे रैम्प पे भी मॉडल्स जो हैं वो वॉक कर रहे होंगे, और इट वुड बी फुल फन, और खाना पीना, नेटवर्किंग, चिट चैट, और आई थिंक वो भी एक फन होगा, डिफरेंट
बहुत फन
तरह
है.
का.
जी, यही वी आर ट्राइंग टू कीप इट, यू नो, कि लोग वहाँ पे आएँ. ये सारे डिज़ाइनर्स जो मेन शो पे गाला पे अपना डिस्प्ले कर अपना शो कर रहे हैं, उनके भी डिस्प्लेज होंगे नेक्स्ट डे वहाँ
Oh,
पे
wow.
बूथ पर. वो उनके भी अपने एक बूथ्स, डिस्प्ले बूथ्स होंगे.
ठीक
सो
है.
पीपल कैन कम आफ्टर द शो. उन्हें चाहिए होती है जगह कि कोई चीज़ पसंद भी आई है, बाद के ऑर्डर देना है या कुछ भी है, तो दे विल बी अवेलेबल फॉर एंटायर डे द नेक्स्ट डे.
वेरी नाइस. और वेन्यू एक दफ़ा सबको बता दें.
ये क्वीन मैनर इवेंट सेंटर है, विच इज़ ऑन क्वीन एंड एयरपोर्ट रोड. It's very very nice venue. Actually, I like it the most in the whole city of Brampton.
Wow.
So yeah, basically it's very accessible, or it's a very good venue.
वेरी
Yeah.
नाइस. तो आप सब लोगों ने आना है. टिकट जिसने लेना है, $250 का टिकट है. यू कैन परचेज द टिकट and come in a very very unique kind of a fashion show on October 14.
That's right.
Time is 7.
We open the door at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6:30 we start the red carpet, और उसमें फिर जो है वो लोग हमारे सर्वर्स जो हैं वो उन्हें ऑर्डर्स और वो चिट चैट, रेड कार्पेट, मीडिया, ये
Right.
सब चीज़ चल रहा है. We start the show at 7:30.
Perfect. Or October 15th तो है ही free. So you all have to come and see क्या उमर आपके लिए लेकर आ रहे हैं और definitely बहुत अच्छा ला रहे होंगे. तो I would definitely recommend just to come and attend his show.
Definitely.
So we're gonna start the rapid fire round.
Sure.
And I hope that it would be fun because every time there is only one guest and I'm just playing with him or her. But today I'm really excited because a couple is sitting right beside me. So that would be more fun, you know.
Yeah, let's see.
So
how it
yeah,
goes.
so I believe, are you both ready now? All right. So who is more grumpy?
Immediate reaction.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was-
And who is better cook?
Also
Okay.
him, yes,
Yeah.
That's
yes.
very nice. Okay, ठीक है. फिर वो balance
Balance
हो
हो
गया.
रहा है,
Balance
सही
हो गया.
है.
It's balanced now. So, who is more compromising?
Oh, me.
So we have to figure out who is more. So, right.
बोला
okay.
भी साथ में ना दोनों ने.
हाँ,
I
exactly.
already gave you two answers. Give one to me. Be compromising. Prove
Okay,
yourself.
You can take that away.
Okay. Who is more romantic?
What?
Okay. Who is more funny? Humorous personality.
Oh, you can say.
Okay.
You can see. Yeah.
Right.
She has actually good sense of humor.
Okay, nice. Who proposed first?
I did.
Okay.
I'm still waiting.
हाँ,
He was so fast, I'm still waiting.
भाई इसके लिए वही प्रपोजल एक्चुअली ऑफिशियल प्रपोजल हमने दिया नहीं है तो
Right.
मैंने तो बोला था निकाह करना है 3 दिन के बाद
ठीक है.
तो दैट वाज माय प्रपोजल एंड वी डिड.
That's I think the
Yeah.
best way. And
Yeah.
you know what? My nikah also happened in just 5 days.
See?
So that is
तो
I
ये
think
सबको यही बोलते हैं. इसे मुझे 5 दिन पहले बताया था हम 5
so
दिन बाद
it's
शादी कर रहे हैं.
sometimes so boring. I mean, you don't get any time for anything.
It's
So-
okay. I still need the protection rock. And the bigger is the rock, the safer I am.
So, yeah, so certificate is being signed.
Bending on my knee and
So,
presenting the ring
yeah.
is still pending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries at all. You can go anytime
That's
on
what-
Lake Ontario or something.
You see, write it down, write it down.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So who is the early morning bird?
Well, she's really nice.
I am an early morning and a late at night since someone keeps me 24/7 on my feet.
Our son. Our son. Yeah.
Okay, and how old he is?
Two.
He
Don't
just
mind.
turned
Okay.
two.
He just turned 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
so nice. All right. Okay. So, your opinion. All right. So, if you get the opportunity to climb this tallest building, Burj Khalifa, would you do that?
Not me.
Climb in what sense?
Climbing
I mean,
in adventurous way. I mean, climbing. Okay.
not like elevator and you're just
No,
admiring
of
the
course not.
You're from the top. We were talking about proposal, now just Burj Khalifa. It's coming together,
For
but
me-
with elevator.
For me, it was so. If you talk about my notions, it was so mesmerizing for me when I saw on the top this one, the Emirates airline.
Yeah.
She
That was very
standing.
good.
Oh my
actually.
gosh, it was
You see,
so
it got the
mesmerizing.
eye of the world just like that.
Yeah,
That was a good.
yeah. It was a good
advertising.
catch and it was a
Yeah,
good marketing
yeah,
technique.
yeah, very good.
All right. Okay. So, are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Coffee.
Okay.
All the way.
Coffee. Me
Yeah.
also coffee.
मैं चाय
Yeah.
पीता हूँ
That's right.
पर कॉफी
But आँख नहीं खुलती सुबह जब तक कॉफी
जब तक कॉफी ना मिले. I
Coffee
mean,
aroma is so strong and
जब
it
से-
wakes you up.
If you are living in Canada, you have to be a coffee person, I think. Otherwise, yeah.
Absolutely.
Anywhere in the world you go.
No, we are
Anywhere
also-
I went, it was coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So, your note about your say about the self-care. Is it
Self-care.
self-care?
Your opinion.
My opinion?
Are you a self-care person? You just of
Well,
course,
I
of
do
course,
self-care.
of course,
I
can
do
see
care
that.
about myself very much.
See
No, it's starting like, oh, you always get ready for so long, and then basically turns out like I'm sitting next to the door
You
and
know
I'm
why-
waiting for him
why
until he
you know
puts
why,
everything
why
together.
she thinks that I take longer because she starts an hour ago and I take only 5 minutes. when she
Shaving
finishes.
stuff.
No, he
I'm
takes
still
an
doing
hour,
it.
but he starts 5 minutes before we have to leave.
That's why I take long.
Because he is making sure that, okay, you're ready now, so
Yeah,
now this
yeah,
is the time,
yeah.
and then go.
I give her all the time.
Most of the men, they're really, really smart, and sometimes it's irritating, you know? Oh my God, I'm ready, and you're going now.
I can't sit when I'm done and ready and wait for the wifey to get ready.
Yeah, okay, so
that's
I'm taking the husband role in
frustrating.
here,
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
how would you deal with an unnecessary attitude sometimes?
Don't look at me.
Is that a request for your attitude at the moment?
I had this feeling that she will look at me.
Yeah.
Who else? You are the love of my life. Who I can look at else?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Okay. Your thoughts about today's era? I mean, where we humans are heading to?
Oh, don't ask her. She's never
I'm
gonna
also very
stop.
sensitive about it.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's never gonna
exactly.
stop. But
Yeah.
ask her.
Just
Sis.
few
Ask
words.
her now you're ready to go down the drain, huh? You warned everybody,
Then I have
and then we go down the
I
drain.
have to go back home with you in the same car, so I have to leave some margin.
I'm driving then, so I can show you where we're heading
then
to.
it's okay.
For
That
dinner.
makes it- Yeah, forever.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I've just been a bit more involved recently in social issues and things. So, yeah, I have a strong opinion on these things, not going to open up so much. But yeah, we can do better as humans. We can do way better. And we need that encouragement all over the place from all of the informations like media and social media, just to understand we are great and we can do better, and we have to stop bring each other down, and we have to stop letting ourselves down in
Exactly.
here
Exactly.
and listen more to here.
So nice. I mean, honestly, this is the best thing we can do
Yeah.
nowadays. Okay, your opinion about AI, artificial intelligence.
To me, basically, it has made a lot of things far easier and time saving. But at the same time, बहुत सी चीज़ों को इस तरह से भी देखना होगा कि ये शायद हमारे टाइम पे और हमारे एरा में ये हमें बहुत सी कन्वीनियंस अभी तो मिल रही है, but down the road it can be.
After
Yeah,
10
we have to watch
years,
it. We
one
have to,
decade.
yeah, क्योंकि we have to think about people getting out of the jobs and a lot of stuff which is coming where people don't realize कि क्या क्या चीज़ें करेगा आने वाले वक्त में. कुछ लोगों के लिए बहुत बहुत अच्छा है. जैसे अभी फ़हीम भी बात कर रहे थे कि तो बहुत से लोगों के लिए, हमारे जैसे लोगों के लिए बहुत से
Convenience
टाइम
हो
से
गया.
कन्वीनियंस भी है और बहुत यूज़फुल कन्वीनियंस है. बट एट द सेम टाइम आप जब देखेंगे कि इवन स्पोर्ट्स में भी आपके रोबोट्स compete कर रहे होंगे जब कंट्री की तरफ से, वो थोड़ा सा टू मच हो जाएगा जब आप
Yeah.
रियल ह्यूमन टच को यू आर लिविंग बिहाइंड एंड यू आर पुटिंग, जैसे घोड़ों पे लगते हैं पैसे डरबी में या कहीं पे भी, वैसे ही रोबोट्स पे लगेंगे, वैसे ही robotic.
Isn't it scary?
Very
I mean,
scary.
yeah.
Very scary. When you start losing the human touch about life, it's very scary. And I hope जब हम लोग इंसान moving forward हम इन चीज़ों को सोचें, इन concerns को address करें, और वैसे ही आने वाली जो generation है उसके लिए हमें we have to
Absolutely.
think about them.
Yeah. What about AI in healthcare industry?
Again, it depends. It depends really
How would you feel if a robot is
everything-
operating on you? I mean, oh my God,
Well,
isn't it
Everything
scary?
which is too much
Yeah.
is bad. So too
Extreme.
little of
Yeah.
not having an AI involved
May
in
I
some
be-
micro things, right, is bad. So we need the precision, but being too much and, for example, given an opportunity to AI to decide on taking or preserving the life in certain
I think it's too
conditions,
much.
it's too much and it shouldn't be
मैं अभी भी
happening.
ये समझता हूँ, I have this आप कह लें probably old school thought है, लेकिन इंसानी टच जो है ना वो फिर भी इंसानी टच है और वो हमेशा रहेगा. आप कभी भी 100% जो है ना, you can't leave it on a machine to decide and make those decisions जो एक इंसान की
Yeah.
अकल ले सकती है, तो वो तो रहेगा, हमेशा रहेगा. पर ये अगेन डिपेंड करता है कि कैसे लोग उसको ट्रीट करते हैं.
Right. So our environment, our planet Earth, isn't it concerning nowadays?
It is alarming on how much it went into a fashion campaigning thing rather than doing actual things. So it's all about talking on, I don't know, putting masks on cows recently in Europe. That was like a thing, right? To control CO2. Seriously. And then in Israel next day, there was burning a huge mountain of tires.
My
It was
God.
millions of tires and piles, and it was okay. We don't need any CO2 on that, right? Any guidance or anything.
Yeah.
So I feel there is a huge balance into people just using it to for promotions and to seem to be better off than they are rather than doing an actual thing. Yes, we need to sort our stuff. Yes, there is a drastic actually connected to fashion. The issue is drastic about Malaysian seaside being absolutely flooded with decomposing polyester. So yes, we have to put attention to these issues, but going ridiculous about, I don't know, for example, destroying artworks in terms of the protest that has been recently in European museums. So I don't know if you're in course. Yeah, they're 15 years old kids. They were throwing paint on Van Gogh paintings in order to say, "Oh, this painting is worth more than our lives." I mean, ignorance.
Yeah.
We can't let that rule.
Exactly. I was like thinking that today is October 2nd, and in Canada, I mean, nobody can believe like in
26.
October 26 temperature and tomorrow is 28. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I mean, it's
Yeah.
super concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, global warming is at peak, or I don't
अभी तो
know.
ये
I mean,
देखें
what to say.
हम लोग तो फिर भी अभी जो जनरेशन गुजर रही है अभी ये तो फिर भी गिरते पड़ते निकल जाएंगे आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए बहुत टफ टाइम आने वाला है
Yeah.
गॉड फॉरबिड उनके लिए बहुत सी चीज़ें करने वाली हैं
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in your opinion, would you would you your vote for love or wealth?
Love or wealth.
Yeah. और कहते हैं पैसा बढ़ाएगा प्यार. So
I mean, I can't choose. I got both.
चलो that's a
I'm
compliment
lucky.
that's a compliment
it's a
but
compliment.
ये-
Yeah. And for you?
मेरे लिए तो जी
पैसा?
लूज ही करना है ना no I actually from different perspectives again I always go for the perspective for me love and wealth both are important in this
Yeah.
time of age जो है ना ये होना चाहिए आप कभी किसी बच्चे का भी रिश्ता देखने जाएं तो आप जरूर देखें बच्ची का भी कि आप अगला बंदा आपकी बेटी को संभाल भी सकता
Secure,
है सिर्फ
yeah,
ये नहीं कि अच्छी जॉब
exactly.
मिलने जा रही है भाई ये डॉक्टर बन रहा है या जस्ट हाइपोथेटिकली डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बन रहा है या फलाना बन रहा है तो इसका आने 100% कंफर्म्ड है कि ये पैसा बनाएगा ये नहीं होना चाहिए
सही.
लेकिन ये ज़रूर देखें कि हाँ आप दोनों की तरफ से होना चाहिए कि सेंस ऑफ अर्निंग और वो सब चीज़ें वेल्थ होना इज नॉट बट लिवेबल एक जो है ना
No, that
लिविंग
definitely makes sense.
लिविंग
Makes
अर्न
sense.
करना इज वेरी
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
इंपॉर्टेंट
बिल्कुल.
दैट वे वेल्थ इज इंपॉर्टेंट
Makes sense, absolutely, and very practical answer.
Yeah.
So, okay, okay. So, one word for feelings. What do you think feelings are?
It's over-consuming sense of excitement, basically. Oh, it's all about emotions. I am an
Oh, wow.
emotional person, and I am consumed by love and happiness. And sometimes it's a different side of feelings. I also tend to get very consumed by them, but it's like a weather. It's just the wind passes.
Seriously,
and the
no
storm
one
is
has
there.
answered typically about feelings this, and I would definitely wanted to compliment Omar at this time. He selected beauty with the brain. Honestly,
No,
I mean,
that was
that is
the
mind-blowing
first checklist
answer.
on my
Yeah.
ब्यूटी नहीं होनी चाहिए ब्यूटी बिल्कुल सबसे नुकसानदेह चीज़ है if you yeah but actually when we decided or I fall for her was her brain मैंने शक्ल से ज़्यादा अगर अकल ना होती तो फिर बिल्कुल भी आज इकट्ठे ना होते so that
No,
was very
that's-
important for me
Yeah,
also,
exactly. No,
So I can cut short hair and
नहीं,
You're
that's
good.
it.
Okay, so your opinion about feelings. क्या एहसास क्या है? Feelings क्या है?
नहीं I think there's nothing without the feeling whatever it is whether it's about towards your family whether towards your work, whether towards your personal life, personal health, everything you have to feel, meaning you have to understand that urge and drive or desire. तो मैं तो उसको इसी तरह से लेता हूँ कि आपके अंदर you have to feel something to achieve it, or whether it's a relationship with your spouse, your partner, your kids, your parents, whatever it is. The feeling is emotion.
If there is no feeling, there is no emotions,
nothing.
there is no relation.
You can't operate. We were talking about AI and all that. I think हमारे में और उनमें फर्क ही feeling का है and emotions का है.
Absolutely.
So वो जो decision लेना है वो feelings और emotions बहुत sometimes they are very important. So without the feelings, I don't think कि कुछ
I can see that. And I love it.
Yeah. So I think मैं जब भी कोई अच्छी बात करता हूँ तो ये कहती है अच्छा good. तो ये
So nice. Honestly, it seems that you're a good husband.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
Well trained.
Well trained, yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay, so song of the year, your pick. Which song?
Song of the year.
Song of the year. Oh, that's a tough one because as I'm overconsumed with emotion, so I go high up with one song and
pretty
then
deep songs.
yeah,
No?
but actually, it's overall. But at the moment, I only can think of Is This Love by Whitesnake. These classical songs, just because we start talking about feelings, and then this is something that never gets old.
Right.
Yeah, and this is really nice. Sums up.
Yeah.
Your pick.
For me, I mean, I listen all kind of music all the time. I can listen to any. इस साल तो मैं पुराना blues और
Oldies
jazz
में.
सुनता
Right,
रहा हूँ तो
right.
उसी में उसे deep music music सुनता हूँ.
Right.
पंजाबी music अगर कोई अच्छा आ जाए.
So, आजकल कोई ऐसा नहीं है जो हर वक्त एक जो है
यार वो मेरे साथ ये होता है कि मैं 2 महीने उसको रगड़ देता हूँ गाने को.
And then
उसके
you're
बाद
done.
मुझे इतना डन हो जाता है कि जिंदगी में मुड़ के नहीं देखा जाता तो इस तरह की 4-5 मैं इस साल गुजार चुका हूँ.
तो उनमें से एक कौन सा है?
यार बहुत से हैं. To be honest, I can't भुलक्कड़ बहुत हूँ.
I know नहीं आते.
लेकिन
Okay, that's fine.
I love music.
That's fine.
And I love all kind of good music.
Right. Especially
And he's the best dancer.
really wow. Someday you will invite
नौजवानी
me.
Yes.
ये बेगम को ही पता हो सकता है. डांस करता हूँ इसके इशारों पे. So that's why I'm a very good dancer.
That's so unfair, but okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Right. Okay. Your biggest fear.
Oi, that's many passing and going. First it was spiders.
Oh, okay.
But recently, by seeing a possum in the kitchen, I'm not afraid of anything.
Very nice. And your biggest fear.
My biggest fear is fear. You see, in terms of कोई किसी चीज़ का आपको डर होता है, किसी जानवर का या अंधेरे का या वैसा fear or fear of life.
Anything.
Like I don't
Yeah.
like I don't like snakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to go to. I think you shouldn't go to Australia now.
No, that's terrifying. That's
the
really
only
terrifying.
reason I live I have so many cousins there or family friends
In Australia.
there. I don't want to go to Australia just because of that.
Yeah.
Not only snakes. वहाँ पे दुनिया की हर वो चीज़ है जो मुझे पसंद नहीं है.
Yeah, exactly.
All these dragons and all that. Oh, man.
I don't know. It's a different part of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather is different. The rest of the world is having the same weather, and Australia is having a different weather.
Different
I mean,
weather.
it's a different
वो
part of the
कुछ different
world.
ही है. So I have no desire to go to Australia. Never felt like
Right,
that.
right. कोई fashion show का इरादा भी नहीं है वहाँ.
कोई चक्कर ही नहीं है जी. चक्कर ही मैं चांद पे चला जाऊँगा ऑस्ट्रेलिया.
Right. वैसे आजकल चांद पर जाने की बड़ी डिमांड हो
बड़ी
रही
डिमांड
है.
होगी जी. बिल्कुल.
Right. Okay. So your biggest inspiration.
Sitting next to me.
Oh.
Amazing.
That's the first.
And the last.
Okay, great.
That's amazing.
That's
So
यार
nice.
ये तो बड़ी
Yeah.
अच्छी हुई, ये मुझे पहले इसने कभी नहीं बताया.
चलिए आज इस बहाने पता
So
चल
dinner on me tonight.
Yeah. Dinner is always on you.
I wish.
Right.
I mean, it's coming from he's having a talent in cooking, but everybody knows it, and that's enough.
That's enough. हाँ तो भाई रोज कुक करना जरूरी थोड़ी है. आपने
One time
बना
a
के-
year, it's enough.
आपने बना के दिखा दिया, हाँ भाई ये भी talent
So,
है.
but sometimes what happens is when partner is a good chef and he cooks in the kitchen, but after when you go step into the kitchen, you have
You
to
can't step in there.
exactly.
You can't
This is
step. You
what
don't
I'm
have to
asking
just-
you.
भाई आप कुक
Like
करें,
how?
अब आप कुकिंग भी करें और सफाई भी करें, ये ना करवाएं ना. अब बंदों से एक चीज करवा लें, वही बड़ा मुश्किल है.
I say my partner that if you cook, you will clean it as well because you make the biggest mess in the
वो
kitchen.
तो फिर it comes
So-
with the package.
It comes
It
with the package, yeah.
All men are like that.
Okay, so explain yourself in one word.
I'd say passion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, passionate. Okay, and you?
um, I'm also passionate, but I'm very, I would say, peace, calm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just want
At times when you sleep.
That is the reason you're the best life partner, I think.
I'm happy in the way people are happy in their life and their business at their business.
Let them live, yeah. So, do you think that K-pop industry, which is Korean industry, is becoming more popular nowadays in terms of their songs, in terms of their movies, dramas?
It's been on a spike already since I would say it's been the best spike in 2014 around that time because I remember this good time. I actually visited one of the K-pop band's
Really?
concert in London. Yeah,
Oh my
Big
God.
Bang, if you would know. Yeah. So
BTS, Stray Kids, no?
they come
Bang.
after. So
Okay.
Big Bang, it was the first like T.O.P. and then
Oh, okay.
all
Okay,
of
got it.
these celebrities, right?
Right,
So.
right.
Their main leader, he was on Vogue cover as well. He was in front row if Saint Laurent already at that time. So that was a huge spike. And there was also girls bands, and it's been lots of exposure of Korean market. I also worked with a brand named Rickery, which provided clothing for Korean dramas. So it's a Korean designer. They've been based in Italy, and yeah, we. Actually,
amazing.
we
I think
worked
so.
very well together
Yeah.
because
Very good.
first of
They're
all,
amazing.
morality and the whole working code is very
They're
appropriate
very
and
professional
great.
as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah, so and I'm very happy that basically this brand was doing J-pop as well. So basically exposure of dramas, TVs, and all of these things. So if we could mix fashion world and production more with these things, I mean, I think that would be a good
they're doing
idea.
a
It would
job
be a
what-
great
what-
mix
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, obviously. Okay, you say about helicopter parenting. I mean, those parents who are 24 hours on their kids, I mean, monitoring them, and you say about those parents.
I'm that big military helicopter.
Oh. No, you have only a toddler at the moment, so that's fine.
no,
I mean,
but
I'm
that's
just
the
talking
point.
about the helicopter parenting for teenagers, especially.
Basically, I can understand the perspective of helicopter parenting at this time. Psychologists can say, oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. But let's step in the shoes of the parents. When I was, for example, growing up, I was not exposed that much for the dangers of social media, of people deceiving and luring me into a different social encounters, or my education was never compromised into, telling me whoever is where and what. I mean, it haven't been opening so many questions in my head, right? The literature and different things we've been taught in a different way, handled in a different way. So nowadays you can look at one picture in social media and receive completely different picture behind the scenes. And a lot of kids are in danger because of that.
I think it's fake. 99% are fake. Whatever you're seeing on social media, I mean.
But
whatever
as
the-
has self-harm. I mean, if we look about the perfect picture of somebody else's life and we want it, wherever they've done it, we want to do it as well, right? In our age, it was very simple. Somebody was smoking, we tried it, it's bad, we felt it, and no, right?
Yeah.
And then we stopped there.
Yeah.
Here is different. Here it's all about showing off about I know it all, I have it all, and then people behind the scenes, they're looking at these Instagram pictures, have it all, these disturbed thoughts, especially kids, that I'm never enough, or it's been leading to dangerous
Very
things.
unfortunate. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
and I would feel that in this case, parents should stay alert at all times. I mean, yes, we need to trust our kids,
Sorry.
Right.
but
Okay. So your say about nepotism.
nepotism is it, as I said, everything which is too much is bad.
Perfect. Okay.
If I would be a parent, of course, and I have reached certain standards in my job, of course, I want my kids to feel the benefits, because why would I have worked myself so hard? I want the continuation of me, basically, of my generation, to have all of these perks. So for them to start up where I left it. But being like blind nepotism, which is promoted at the moment, no, because
yes,
then
even
you get all of
scientists
the
ठीक है.
साइंटिस्ट अपने बेटे को या वो अगर वो
हाँ.
कहेगा कि बन जाए साइंटिस्ट, अगर वो नहीं
Politicians हो
बनता,
जाए, वो कर लें.
हाँ, तो पर वो
Artists
like she
हैं,
said कि
actors हैं. Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
some
Got it.
extent.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. I got it.
unprofessional things, they shouldn't be allowed.
Perfect. So objects you're forgetting every time.
Me,
Quickly, both of
wallet
you.
and phone all the time.
Okay. and
Keys.
you?
Keys.
Keys.
Yeah.
You forgot even
Even
about
of the car
it.
I'm going on, I forgot the keys all the time.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Yours.
I keep forgetting my name in the morning. No, just joking, just joking. No, actually, it's probably my phone from time to time, but
Right.
because I have to stay on top of somebody's head, I have
Oh
to
my
control
God.
everything and remember everything. It's very little of me times when I remember, like I forget to remember something.
Oh my God. Okay. Quickly, your huge crush and your huge crush. First you. Okay, your huge
Crush?
Crush. Yeah.
I had only one crush which crushed me, so so I, so
Got it.
basically,
Got it. Okay. So all
I will
right.
mend you with gold.
yeah.
Your
Probably would need
huge
that.
obsessions.
Oh.
Do you have obsessions?
I wouldn't say
terms
obsessions, but when I get into work, like details and all that, I tend to get obsessed with different details, with perfection of what I'm making with my hands. So yeah, that would be that.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning hands again and again or something. Okay, and you?
I'm
I'm a perfect man.
no, I mean, I'm easygoing. I mean, I don't think
Right.
I,
No obsessions.
no
Nothing.
obsessions.
No such. Okay. Okay.
Obsessions probably with my work sometimes, but that also partial. Yeah.
What the best thing you can see in men? What the best thing?
Well, for me, is as the security and trust you maintain, because
wow.
this is like your stability depends on your partner, which is near you.
Mm-hmm.
So as a woman, you're supposed to feel stable, and that your partner is a rock. And whatever you're trying with your emotions to,
Right,
yeah,
okay,
that
great.
it's still there. Whatever happening is still there. So, and then you have this peace in your life that you can pass whatever storm. You just embrace the hug, and that's it.
Aw, so nice. You're she said-
Boss and wife is always right, so I follow her.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you guys. Honestly, I
here.
mean that is very nice of you, and I'm really glad that you guys here in my podcast today, Nishi'S
Thank you
Notions,
so
and
much for inviting
and
us.
I
We had a
hope
great time.
Absolutely
honestly.
wonderful time and
Yeah.
great chat. So much fun.
Yeah.
thank you so much.
We
And
had a
once
great
again,
time.
before leaving, please everyone sign up for October 14th. Go
Yeah.
to Eventbrite. Take the tickets. I think October 14th is more important.
For October 14 is the only ticketed day.
You're putting more effort on
Yeah,
October 14th
that's
for sure.
that's the show where I mean it's a different experience.
Right.
Yeah, तो अगर वो लोग देखना चाहें, I believe that we are doing something nice and special, trying to keep up the expectations. वो लोग आएंगे तो बहुत मजा आएगा उन्हें, और ये टोरंटो में भी बहुत कम होता है ऐसे
कि लोगों को मजा आए.
मजा आए.
Exactly. बिल्कुल
ऐसे
ठीक था.
shows भी कम होते हैं.
Right. Thank you so much, Umar. Thank you, Alexandra. And thank you so much, guys. Keep watching Nishi's Notions, and I hope you would have enjoyed the show. And I'll bring another show with you next week. Thank you so much, and keep watching N6.